YouTube boxing has been more active and boxing in general this year than any year I can think of. We started with the Jake Paul fights, and we went to the KSI fights. Now there was a possibility of KSI versus Tyron Woodley, but now Tyron Woodley is supposedly going to fight Tommy Fury as they are in negotiations to fight, and KSI will fight Dylan Dennis. Hopefully this fight, Tyron Woodley versus Tommy Fury, will be on the next Floyd Mayweather versus Deji undercard, which is still crazy to even say out loud because I never thought I'd ever be seeing that fight, even the Tyron Woodley versus Tommy Fury. But this is going to be an amazing fight, and let me tell you why. Both fighters have something to prove. Tyron Woodley lost against Jake Paul not once but twice, and he got knocked out in the second one. Tommy Fury has pulled out, I think, 3 times against Jake Paul, and it's not looking good for him because, I mean, he's pulled out of a YouTube fight. And everyone has been giving him all of the talk saying that, look, you're going to fight him, but now you're not. You're scared to fight him. But now this is his chance to prove against Tyron Woodley that he's a real fighter and he's not scared to fight Tyron Woodley at all. This is a very, very good matchup in my opinion. I think Tommy Fury beats Tyron Woodley. Obviously, Tommy Fury's last fight we saw was against Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor, who is now fighting on the undercard of Misfits Boxing against Ashley from Raksu, which is a group that was on X Factor. Let's just say that fight didn't go too well for him. He did win, he won all of the rounds, but he didn't even knock out Anthony, and he was a sparring partner of Jake Paul, which is why it was a bit surprising for everyone to see that fight and it ended like that way. Who do I think will win the fight? Like I said, I think Tommy Fury has this one in the bag, but don't get me wrong, Tyron Woodley is still a risk fight to take for him because if he loses that fight, his career could be over because, I mean, let's be honest, Tyron Woodley is an MMA fighter. You can say whatever you want, he's still an MMA fighter, but he's a proper fighter as well. But if he loses to Tyron Woodley, I definitely think that the whole Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury is out of the picture, and I think it's been out of the picture for a few months now. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next for Tommy Fury and Tyron Woodley after these fights happen, but this card is going to be stacked because we have Deji versus Floyd Mayweather as the main event, Tommy Fury vs Woodley supposedly as co-main event. What are the other fights going to be on that card? I know it's going to be in Dubai, I'm pretty sure November 13th in Saudi Arabia or something like that along those lines. Don't get me wrong, I don't know the full information, but I'm sure we're going to find out soon. Floyd Mayweather just released some sparring footage that he had training for Deji, and I genuinely think that's going to be one of the most entertaining fights of the whole year. But yeah, I am quite surprised to see this fight actually happening. I'm really excited for this fight. We've got Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva coming up as well. These next few months are absolutely critical for YouTube boxing and boxing in general because we've got Canelo fighting Triple G today as well at the time of recording this. So yeah guys, we've got so many fights lined up for us. It's going to be such an entertaining year. It's a good way to end 2022 and start 2023 in January. We have the Misfits boxing card that's also coming up with KSI and Logan Paul and hopefully Gideon, which is going to be absolutely stacked. So yeah guys, thanks for watching the video. If you guys made it this far, I really appreciate it. Please like it, share, subscribe, do all of that. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and peace.